So my first question for you is, what was it about this character that made you want to take on this role?
Lots of things. First of all, I fell in love with the story. It's an amazing book. It's a saga. I found out later that it's a saga. It's not just a book. So there's four books to the saga now. It's called La Saga de Casasola, and it follows this news reporter and the story that he's following. So he bumps into a story about a serial killer in Mexico City, and as he starts following the leads, he realizes it's not just an ordinary serial killer. So he doesn't have the information he needs to figure out, you know, who this killer is. So he meets the director of the anthropology museum, and of course the cop that's taking over this murderer, and he creates allies with these two women, and together, their objective is to figure out who the killer is, right? So that's what we're going to be following throughout the whole story.
It's very exciting. I watched the first two episodes. It's definitely keeps you on your toes. What was it about your character specifically is there anything about your character specifically that you really liked?
I'm so happy that you liked it, and you're right. I mean, wait till it gets going. You saw the first two episodes. Wait till it really gets going. I really like my character. He's a noble person. He's very there's something very humble about being a news reporter, or I'm missing the word. I'm thinking about anyways, I'll think about it in a second. I'll remember. But basically what he does for a living, I think it's a very noble cause. And he's very passionate about what he does. He's very intense with what he does, and I really identify with that in a different way, of course. But I'm very passionate and intense with my work, and I think that made me really, identify with the character and understand him. And of course, everything that surrounds the story is just so interesting. But that's what made me fall in love with Eugenio.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he has a compassion when it comes to his reporting and his investigative journalism that you don't really see on screen too much. It's not about getting the story. There is a compassion to him. And
You're absolutely right. Yeah, that's exactly the word I was looking for. He's compassionate, and he's an amazing journalist, and he's very he feels very strong for what being a journalist stands for, and I think that's a beautiful thing. It made me understand this job a lot better as well, and respect it even more than I already did. But I think people are gonna fall in love with this character because of that, because he's doing it for the right reason.
yeah, absolutely. Now, there's a lot of really intense scenes that you went through after filming such intense and serious stuff all day. How did you relax afterwards?
That's a good question. Well, it's inevitable to, of course, I go to do my job just as anybody else does, and then when I leave my character there. But the next day I have to come back and interpret him again. So it's very hard to leave him 100%. You don't really leave. I don't really let go until I'm done completely. So in a way, you're always in character without being in character, but it's still there. I mean, the essence of the guy, the mood that he's in, all these things are are part of my job. And I've been doing that for 20 years now, and it's always been like that. So I just kind of leave it alone for the night. I let him go to sleep, and then the next morning I'm at it again.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited about the series. I can't wait to see more episodes. Is there anything you want to say before we sign off?
Thank you so much for your interview. And I also want to, invite the people one more time to watch Toda La Sangre por Pantaya a partir del 15 de septiembre. They're going to be able to watch two episodes this Thursday. And then prior to that, they're going to watch, there's going to be one episode available per week on Thursdays.
Excellent. Well, thank you. It was so great to talk to you today, Aarón.
Thank you, Monica. Likewise, have a great week.